Weight loss drugs are starting to get annoyingly popular right now. You've even got influencers offering fucking discount codes for the things. And honestly, it's really, really, really annoying. Especially when you see somebody try to purchase them who doesn't actually need them. And honestly, the fact that influencers are literally giving promotional codes for this shit should raise a bit of a red flag. Because just because something is popular and it looks like an easy way out doesn't mean that somebody should necessarily use these things. Because this is one of those topics where there's some truth to it mixed with a lot of misunderstanding. So let's start with the honest bit. Weight loss drugs such as Ozempic or Mounjaro or whatever, they do work. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that they don't, because they genuinely do. They work by reducing your appetite, by inducing an artificial sense of fullness. But I don't mean like a full as in, yeah, that was a really nice meal kind of full. I mean, you know that full when you've eaten a big meal, like a big roast dinner or a big Chinese, and you think to yourself, if I even look at another chicken ball, I think I'm going to puke. That's the kind of full that I mean, like a sickly full. And because of this, you eat less. Therefore, you consume less calories. And when you do eat less calories than what you're burning off in the day, fat loss occurs because you're creating a calorie deficit. So yeah, they do work. But here's the part that gets missed all the time. These drugs and these jabs were not designed for people who just want to lose a couple of stone, or feel good in a bikini, or get to the summer and be able to take their top off without feeling self-conscious, or people who can't be arsed doing the basics. It's not something that people should use instead of doing the things that they should be doing naturally. They were designed for people who are clinically obese, which means that they're also struggling with genuine daily movement. I'm talking they can't walk up the stairs without passing out, or they struggle to even get out of bed because they're so overweight, or they're at risk of really serious health complications such as heart disease, heart attack, type 2 diabetes. And for those people, these drugs can genuinely be helpful because they can actually cause them to lose weight to a point where they can actually get out of bed and start walking, or they can walk up and down the stairs a few times without gasping for breath. They're going further and further away from being at risk of dying. So yeah, they can be helpful and even life-changing to a certain extent. But that's not who's using them right now, is it? Let's be honest. Now you've got influencers promoting them, celebrities using them when they really don't need them, people wanting fast results without putting in any effort. And that is where things start to get really, really messy and fucked up. Because you're using a medical tool for a problem that could be solved through behavioural changes. Like any medication, these fat loss jabs do come with side effects. So the first one, which is quite a big one, muscle loss. When you lose weight rapidly, and also when exercise training or protein intake isn't considered, muscle mass will start reducing. You get weaker, you lose the definition which you so much wanted to see. The chances of you toning up completely vanish. Your metabolism takes a complete fucking hit. So you might be lighter when you stand on the scales, but you don't necessarily look any better or feel any better. You probably actually feel and look a little bit worse, to be honest. Now here's the one that people really need to understand. There's research showing that when people come off of these jabs, they end up regaining 1 to 2 pounds per month of the weight that they initially lost. And this is because the drug was doing all of the work. You weren't doing anything. The drug was just making you feel more full than what you actually were. Therefore, when you come off of these jabs, the hunger comes back, your appetite returns, and your habits from where you were before you started these jabs aren't changed at all. You actually revert back to them, which means you start eating the same way again. You start moving the same way again, and you start living the exact same way as what you did when you initially started the jabs. And unsurprisingly, all of that will cause you to go straight back to square one, albeit a bit of money worse off as well. And this is the issue. Weight loss and fat loss and getting into shape isn't just about what is said on the scales, or to a certain extent, it's not even about the results that you want. It's about the behaviours that create the result. If those behaviours do not change, then the results will not last. So what you've essentially done is you've rented progress, and you know, when you come off of these jabs, you've got to give it back at a certain date. You've not built anything, you've just borrowed it. Now, just to be clear, I'm not saying that these drugs are evil, believe it or not, even though a lot of PTs and coaches think so. I genuinely don't think so, because they do have a place. If someone is severely overweight, at an extremely high health risk, and have tried everything else in the past to actually start sorting themselves out with no results at all, then yeah, sure, they can help. And I'd actually potentially even suggest looking into it if that is you, because they can create a window of opportunity. But even then, habits and behaviours will still need to be built alongside it. You cannot just sit on your ass doing fuck all, being a lazy prick, and just jabbing yourself every single day, hoping for those results to last, because they just won't. For the majority of people watching this video right now, you do not need drugs. It sounds like I'm in the cartel. What you do need is you need a calorie deficit. You need some structure. You need a little bit of patience, and you also need my second favourite C word, consistency. You need to lift weights, you need to eat enough protein, you need to move more, and you need to stick to it. And that is what builds fat loss, muscle growth, toning up, confidence, strength, and results which last forever. So if you do want results that last forever, then stop relying on a drug, or stop even thinking about relying on a drug. You actually need a method that you can stick to, because the moment that drug is gone, say goodbye to your results. And if you like this video, make sure you give it a like so more people can see it and be aware of the topic which I just spoke about. Follow my Instagram at k.p_health, or subscribe to this channel to check out any more future content designed to help you get into the best shape of all time without crying into a lettuce leaf every single day. And if you want some more tailored advice and tailored guidance on how we can help you get into the best shape you've ever been, meaning that you'll look incredible, feel incredible, and act incredible, not just for the next few weeks, but for the very rest of your life, without ever restricting your favourite foods or without any kind of medication, then follow the link in the description below, fill the form out, and I'll be in touch with you very, very soon to explain how we can help you do that. In the meantime, have a lovely rest of your day. Peace.